Live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello everyone, this is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. We are taking a live look there at our camera of the Shriners Cam, taking a look at downtown Portland with Matt St. Helens there in the background. It looks really nice outside. I'm sure a lot of people are enjoying that, but we also appreciate you joining us here for Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler, as I mentioned. We are live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, our website, and our app, so lots of places to find the show and also enjoy the content afterwards, share it, and we cover a lot of things here. Something we covered last year, actually, before it happened, was the first ever Juneteenth Rodeo, and I have to tell you, that was one segment where after we had it on here on Fox 12 Now, and then after people went to it, I have rarely heard so many people talk about how much they enjoyed an event as they enjoyed that last year. And it is back for the second annual Juneteenth Rodeo. We've got the founder joining us right now, Ivan McClellan. Ivan, really good to have you on here, to talk about this. And I mean that seriously. I heard from so many people wanting to go, or it was already sold out. They couldn't get tickets because it was just such a huge, amazing event. And first off, congratulations on that success last year.
Oh, thanks so much. It was wild, man. There were cowboys jumping out in the audience and throwing their hats, and people were losing their mind. I haven't been to an event like that, and I was putting it on.
I mean, that's a great thing right there then. To start off, just for everybody who may not know, could you give us a little bit of the history of how you founded this? Because it's a really interesting story how you ended up becoming the founder of a Juneteenth rodeo.
Yeah, I grew up in Kansas City, Kansas. I've been in Portland for about 14 years. And I was at a bar here, and a filmmaker came up to me and said that he was working on a film about Black cowboys. So I went with him to Oklahoma. I didn't know anything about the culture. I saw thousands of Black cowboys there. They were riding with their braids blowing behind them, and women were riding with their acrylic nails clutching the reins, and there were people riding horses wearing Jordans. It was Black culture mixed with Western culture in a way that I never knew existed. So I kept going back for years, and eventually got the idea that I should bring that culture up to the Pacific Northwest and inspire some people.
And that's what you did, and that's a bold move too, because just bringing something like that to this area, there are rodeos that happen up here, but what was the reaction like when you first said, this is what you were going to do, what you're going to put on?
Yeah, people thought we were out of our minds. I mean, nobody thought that we were going to sell tickets, not even the venue. And it was very difficult to get cowboys to come all the way up here from Texas and Oklahoma, California, Colorado. We brought cowboys in from all around the country for the rodeo. But, I had belief that if we pulled it off, it would have more impact here than anywhere else. This is where I hang my hat. And I just wanted to inspire a lot of kids with cowboys that look like them.
Yeah, I mean, and how was it that you convinced, people down in Texas and all of these other places to come all the way up here for something like this?
Well, the money helped. We're giving away $60,000 in prize money, which you don't really see at a lot of Black rodeos. That's as much as you can get at rodeos like the Malala Buckaroo up the road, which has been running for, decades. And so that helped. But also I talked to everybody on the phone and just told them what we were trying to do and what it would mean to the community here. And a lot of the cowboys were really inspired by that.
And it clearly, as we mentioned, it came off so well. I remember also discussing, just even putting an event like this on, which is a lot of things, even finding the right kind of dirt to put into the track to get, enough space. And so through all that, through putting this one on last year, what were some of the big lessons you learned just even on the event planning side for something like this?
I had never thrown a birthday party before last year. I'd never planned anything. And so everything was a learning, bringing in the lighting, bringing in the sound, where to get good animals, what kind of fencing to use, what kind of dirt to use. We hauled in over 40 dump trucks of dirt into the venue. And then we had to find bleachers, which are, at a premium in Portland. There are no bleachers to rent here. So it was incredibly difficult, huge lift, but we learned a lot, and it's a lot smoother this year.
Yeah, bleachers in the summer too. On top of that, renting those
completely. Yeah,
right?
they were all leased out to other events, so we had people crammed shoulder to shoulder in there.
Well, after that happened, that you pulled this off, after not planning a birthday party, but somehow planning a giant rodeo for the first time ever. You pulled it off amazingly. What was the reaction from the community? Actually, let me ask you this. What was the reaction from the rest of the rodeo community after this event?
We just immediately became known as the Super Bowl of rodeos. What we were doing with production, and mostly what the crowd was bringing was something that a lot of the cowboys had never seen. So, when I showed up to my next Black rodeo, I was kind of a legend. Everybody wanted to talk to me and wanted to know how I pulled it off. And people in pro rodeos wanted to know, how did you just put a rodeo on in Portland, Oregon? How did you do that? Because, it's something that they've been trying to do for years, is move on to the coast. And we did it, and we've got the secret to fire, and I'm not giving it away. And we're just gonna keep rolling and growing. This year we're at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum, and we're gonna have a crowd that's 3 times bigger than last year, and we're on track to sell out this week.
Wow, already. So that's amazing. So for anybody who didn't go last year and is unaware of the experience, can you tell us what it's like at the Juneteenth Rodeo?
Well, for one, it smells awful in there. We got animals.
That's honest.
That's the first thing you'll notice is the smells. But if you can get past that, you'll see, dazzling displays of athleticism, the like of which you'll never see. We've got bull riding. We've got the ladies competing in barrel racing, going 50 miles an hour in a cloverleaf pattern. We've got bronco riders who, when they get their bronco, they'll showboat a little bit. They'll wave their hat around in the air as they're riding. We've got steer wrestling. Of course, we've got mutton busting. We put kids on sheep, and the one that holds on the longest wins. My daughter, Ruby, won last year, and she's looking to defend her title this year. It's just generally a good time. We've got vendors coming into the Coliseum, local Black-owned vendors who are going to be showing off and displaying their wares. We're going to have roping lessons and a mechanical bull, and it'll just be a day of activity and a day of fun.
And describing all of that, it seems like one of the big tenets of it too is not only just watching the amazing rodeo riders, the professionals who are out there, but it's involving the audience and the community into the event itself as well, with all these things that you just described. Is that a key component of what you're doing?
Absolutely. The last thing that I want is people to show up 30 minutes before the show, watch it, and then leave. We want people to be there early. We're opening the doors at 3 and have community. The Black community in Portland is spread out, and this is an opportunity for everybody to come together and see each other. And, we had white allies there, and we had brown folks there, and it was just like a really great community vibe to see everybody shoulder to shoulder, enjoying this culture and then celebrating Juneteenth together. This year is on Father's Day, so we're encouraging people to bring out their fathers, and we're going to honor all the dads in the crowd as well.
That's even better to tie that in as well. So for anybody who is showing up, maybe say they got a ticket, they're lucky enough to get a ticket, they're going to this, but they've never been to it before. What should they expect when they walk in the door, and what kind of experience do you think that they're going to have?
People are going to walk in the door, get a good meal, get some barbecue, get some food from local food trucks that we're going to have outside, then enjoy all of the activities in the main concourse. We're trying to get together some line dancing. We're just going to celebrate the West and celebrate Black cowboy culture in that space. People are showing up in their outfits. People have been planning their outfits all year round. We got DJ OG1. He's going to be our official DJ. He's going to be playing music from Beyonce's Cowboy Carter to the local music by hip hop artists. And then we're going to throw a rodeo, and it's going to be a heck of a time. It's going to be a really good time, really entertaining show, family friendly, end to end.
Bringing up Beyonce's album too, you just look at some of the cultural things that are happening right now, and it feels like, not to necessarily equate country music with rodeo, but a lot of times they go hand in hand. And you see Black country music really having a moment right now, and being recognized. Do you feel that is also something that's happening here with Juneteenth Rodeo, with Black Rodeo?
Yeah, absolutely. Black folks have been rodeoing since the beginning, and Black folks have been playing country music since the beginning. And, some people call it what's going on a trend, but I say it's a homecoming. The folks that have been wearing these hats and these boots and playing their guitar and riding their horse are just being recognized. And it's nothing new in our culture. So it's great to see, Cowboy Carter #1 on the charts. It's great to see movies like The Harder They Fall. It's just great to see this culture being elevated and recognized.
And how does it feel for you to be part of this? Like I said, the first year, you're on to the second year now. You're being recognized at the other rodeos. You're a celebrity now among that. So how does that feel for you to go from not having planned a birthday party to now the second year of this?
It's just bizarre, and it's a great honor. When I showed up at that first rodeo, I was wearing a Kansas City Royal hat, and I didn't know which way a fence swung, and I couldn't get on a horse, and my hands were soft. And to now be a representative of this culture and a part of it is just a phenomenal honor, and I never take for granted that I have the opportunity to represent these people and strive to give them opportunities, get them sponsored, get them in the media, and get them recognized. So it's something that I take great pride in, and something that I have a lot of pressure to get right.
Yeah, I was going to say that is a lot of pressure, but I mean, it sounds like you've already nailed it. You've got a bigger venue, you've got all of those things happening. Are there plans to expand beyond Portland?
Oh, I can't even think about that right now.
Too much.
Yeah, we're like 35 days out. I just got to get this one done, and then we'll figure out what's next. No matter what happens, we're always going to have this as our home base, and this is going to be our premier event. If we can move to other cities, maybe we'll do that. But like I said, this year we just got to get this thing done.
Well, Ivan, for everybody out there who still has an opportunity to get a ticket or just even wants to learn more about it, what's the best place to send them to even see some of the stuff from last year?
Go to the website. It's the number 8secondsrodeo.com. And there you'll see a link to the Ticketmaster, so you can buy tickets. You'll learn more about the day of activities, see some photos and videos from last year, and just get engaged with the brand. And if you can't make it this year, sign up for the wait list, and we'll get you in next year.
Nice. Well, Ivan, congratulations, on all the success and working on this. And 35 days away. Whatever you're watching right now, whoever's watching, that's where we're at. So if you're watching this, you probably should get your tickets pretty quick.
Yeah.
Ivan, thank you very much for being here today.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You bet. And for everybody watching too, this is Fox 12 Now. We're live here every weekday, so covering all kinds of different segments, including amazing events like this and Ivan's story. We've got more coming up here later on today. In a little while, we're going to talk about the movie and film industry here in Portland. It's having a really big resurgence, actually, which is great. But they're looking for extras, which means if you're watching this, you could have the chance to be in a movie or a TV show. I've got Adam from Adam in the Background, it's a casting agency. He's going to join to talk about that. Plus, if there's breaking news, we'll have that as well. So really appreciate all of you joining this show. Feel free to share these episodes to let other people know about it, get the word out about whatever it is that we're discussing. And thanks for tuning in. We'll take a quick break and reset. Back in a few. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.